All right, folks, and we are back. Damn the damn technical hiccups. I swear, man. Soon we're going to get a handle of things so we don't have to worry about it so much and get ourselves, like, unwanted headaches, okay?
For the record, there was an issue that happened with OBS. The program itself had disconnected completely from YouTube's server system, so we don't know why. It wasn't our computer. It wasn't the internet signal. It was just the program itself.
But
that's been happening. It's very odd.
But we're back, and Jeannie Rick, you said it, sister. Technical difficulties with the angel angry slurs emoji. Yeah. All right.
Making me racist.
So where did I leave off? Oh yeah, that's right. Lola Vice versus Natalya. So after a good back and forth action between the two, Carmen Petrovic, who was accompanied Natalya to the ring at ringside, provided just a little bit of a distraction for Lola Vice, just enough to distract Lola Vice from hitting her finishing move, allowing Natalya to roll up Lola Vice to pin and win. Your winner.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's how we got the win here?
Your winner, Natalya. By roll up.
All right. So why was Petrovic at ringside to begin with? What the hell happened?
Okay, so I think there's a little bit of a continuity. I'm going to try to remember as best I can. During the Women's Battle Royal, which was a couple of weeks ago, Carmen Petrovic, actually no, even before that. I'm not sure exactly what the story is, but right now Carmen Petrovic is feuding with Lola Vice, and Carmen is, and I'm not sure what Natalya is doing on NXT. I think it doesn't make any sense for Natalya to go back to NXT because the last time she was there, she's already like she was there to, I guess, try to elevate the female wrestlers in 2022, which was during the multicolored time. Oh God, yeah, and I just don't understand why she's back again.
I can't begin to understand. Truthfully, though, yeah, and I agree here with Vicente Guerrero, who's back in the chat. Natalya is too good to be jobbing every time she steps in the ring. It's great that Natty won for once.
It's great. Yeah, no, I just noticed a trend. She wins on NXT, but she loses everywhere else.
Right? It's such a BS.
Like, what kind of narrative are you trying to tell us here, WWE?
What in the world? Come on, WWE. What the heck?
All right, well, you know what? Let's wash our hands of this, and let's actually get into the segment of the night. And I really shouldn't be knocking this, but after finding out the truth behind this segment, I'm going to be knocking this.
Okay, what's the truth behind this segment?
It is an in-ring promo segment from Ridge Holland. So, since coming to NXT, Ridge Holland has apparently been criticized, and he's been under a lot of scrutiny because of what he did with Big E back in 2021, or back in late 2021, hurting his neck and everything. And now they've built this storyline where Ridge Holland is a liability, and he's hurting people in the ring.
Wait, seriously? That's the angle they're going with here?
Yeah, remember?
Yeah, okay, so then now they turned the whole thing of you nearly killed Big E and almost completely ruined his career forever, and we're taking that and making that the storyline?
Yeah, because they tried to do.
Remember.
They tried to do that with Ilya Dragunov and tried to make like an injury angle out of that, but that did not land with the fans at all. And in this segment, it was oh man, all right. Ridge Holland cut a very serious promo and how he's tired of bringing his work home to his family, and he thanks the fans for being behind him, for allowing him to compete, and apparently he's going to be stepping away from NXT. He's going to be stepping away from in-ring competition indefinitely. And normally I'm supposed to be sombering about this, but what killed it for me was a couple of things. Number one, I actually looked up a report from Fightful that apparently this whole him retiring or stepping away from in-ring competition is apparently a work. In other words, it is staged. It is not real. He is not retiring from wrestling.
So he's basically saying a whole lot of nada.
Number one. And number two, someone in the fan audience was actually chanting woo, yeah, get out of there, or some shit like that. Like,
ow! Wow. Really?
Yeah!
Ow! But
also, yeah. I'm sorry. From the get, Ridge Holland did not land with me with this storyline. Certainly didn't land with Juan, as you could tell from his reaction.
No, it has not landed with me. That was ridiculous. And I don't understand it. Why would you approve of such a thing? I don't know. I wouldn't approve of this thing.
So I guess this is a good time. I guess right now WWE is realizing that the angle that the storyline is not working. So they're using this as a way to keep Ridge Holland off TV, send him back into the Performance Center, or do something with him, or bring him back in something else, or maybe bring him back to SmackDown and rejoin with his Brawling Brutes brethren, Pete Dunne.
I think at this point, Pete Dunne would actually be more over than Ridge Holland. So I wouldn't, I wouldn't count too much on that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Now, Juan's in the middle of
putting another tweet blast out for part 2 for folks to follow along and get back on the show with us. We again apologize for the hiccup and the mix-up. That was not intentional. That was not on purpose. But obviously, we don't control that. That's just what ended up happening with our blessed connection.
I've said this before. Technical difficulties happen with everybody who's content creators online, and we just work with what we've got. We do the best with what we have. So, that being said, Juan is about to post it right now, and before we get to the main event discussion, I actually want to bring up an honorable mention, and this one definitely deserves it. Vincent Guerrero saying, Ridge Holland is a liability in the ring. In that case, I look forward to seeing him in GCW and XP. Dude, it's a work. He's not leaving WWE.
You better. You should. The trash. How dare he? Know your freaking place, you trash.
I actually want to discuss this because this is a very, very important topic, a very important subject here. The honorable mention goes to the aforementioned Dijak. Because it was reported this week that Dijak is apparently going to be donating his brain to further advance the research into CTE. Juan, for those who don't speak medical, what does CTE stand for?
According to the Wiktionary, CTE is chronic traumatic encephalopathy. It is a brain disorder likely caused by repeated head injuries. It causes the death of nerve cells in the brain, known as degeneration.
That's right.
So CTE tells you to suck it.
Exactly.
CTE gets worse over time. The only way to definitively diagnose CTE is after death during an autopsy of the brain.
Yes, and the most biggest and most controversial example of CTE would have to be the former WWE wrestler, the deceased Chris Benoit. Now, we're not going to talk about the controversy or what led to his death because we have our own opinions about it, and that's going to take up the entire night.
Yeah.
But
point is, he had fucking CTE out the wazoo.
He was taking multiple shots to the head, unforgiving shots to the head, and his flying headbutt is his finishing move, so that really didn't help his case either. And in an episode of Dark Side of the Ring, back in 2020, when they did a two-parter on Chris Benoit, on the second part video, former WWE wrestler Christopher Nowinski, who is right now who is head of the department who's doing research on CTE, they were able to get the brain of Chris Benoit, and they were able to further study the brain, and found that there were several markers for brain damage. And yeah, this is important. This is a very important topic that the WWE have been tackling since the Chris Benoit controversy, controversial. I can't find a nice word for it.
Yeah, he's a Chris Nowinski, neuroscientist, former professional wrestler, and yeah, he is working, and he co-founded Boston University's CTE Center. So he's been studying CTE pretty much ever since he retired from professional wrestling in 2003, 2004?
2004. He retired early because
it was 2003.
He retired in 2003. He retired early because he received a lot of concussions that he didn't appreciate at the time that were concussions.
I mean, yeah, he didn't know there were concussions, and that's when he helped found the Concussion Legacy Foundation.
And honestly, as far as Dijak goes, this is great. I'm all for it. And Dijak is doing a great service in participating in to help further the research on CTE and how best we can combat against it.
Thank you for that, Dijak. That's a good Dijak.
Hell's yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. So, folks, let us know in the comments. What do you think about, your opinions on CTE? And, of course, And I guess I don't have anything else to say. Like, I'm sorry, I'm running out of words.
Vicente knew that he was that it was a work. He was just joking around. He's like, this Ridge Holland feel bad about injuring a guy is an old repeat angle. Owen Hart felt bad about breaking the neck of Dan Severn.
Oh God! And he returned as the Blue Blazer. Oh God! I hope they don't put Ridge Holland behind a mask.
No.
Oh no.
Oh my! Wait, that's right. He did his sit out, belly to belly pile driver. God damn.
Oh God! Please don't.
I remember that. God dang it. And that was the same pile driver that he did that nearly killed
Austin's
the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, to wrap it all up, CTE is a very serious issue, and we here in the Ravens Flock channel, we fully support the further research into CTE brain damage and how best we can help those who are going through it.
Exactly. It's still something that needs to be studied, and if there's any way that these guys can someday look for and find some ways to detect CTE while someone's alive and develop a treatment for it, all the better. But for now, we're stuck with studying the brains of dead people.
All right, now let's get to the main event of this week's edition of NXT, and it is a tag match, player.
Holla holla!
This tag team main event features the teams of the NXT Tag Team Champions Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin, aka the Wolf Dogs, going 2 for 2 against Akira Tozawa and Otis, representing the Alpha Academy, coming straight from Monday Night Raw.
I hate you. Why do you keep calling them the Wolf Dogs? I hate you so much, Jose. I can't. I will never forgive you.
Oh my goodness.
Bron Breakker's a furry, and that's why Cora Jade dumped him. There.
Oh! Damn, Juan! That's a little personal, isn't it?
Fucking do it again.
Jesus!
Anyhow, so how was this match?
It was a great main event. Otis was obviously the big powerhouse that knocked down Bron Breakker, put the brakes on his speed advantage. And during the beginning of the match, Otis was able to overpower both Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin at ringside. Akira Tozawa annihilated all of them with a top rope dive to the outside. Alpha Academy was standing tall, and when we got back from commercial break, unfortunately, Akira Tozawa was being worked over by Baron Corbin and Bron Breakker. It was
how's Akira Tozawa doing? He's fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
like beating his ass. He'll be fine.
Yeah, no. Akira Tozawa was trying really hard to overcome Bron Breakker's speed and power, but it was far too much. And then Akira Tozawa was able to muster enough strength to hit an enziguri on Bron Breakker and get the hot tag on Otis. And Otis came out and he was guns blazing. He was knocking down Baron Corbin and Bron Breakker on opposite corners, and he also hit the Caterpillar elbow drop onto Bron Breakker. Only it was able to get a 2 count, unfortunately. But it was still enjoyous. Everyone loves the Caterpillar. It's the new worm.
It's the same thing as the worm. Just backwards or something.
I know what I said.
Yeah, it's just backwards.
Oh yeah, no. Everything was looking pretty good for Alpha Academy. They were about to hit Bron Breakker with the Doomsday device, but I swear, in such an incredible display of critical thinking and resiliency, while Bron Breakker was hoisted up over the shoulders of Otis, Akira Tozawa jumps out of the top rope, goes into the air. What happens is that Bron Breakker catches Tozawa and then leaps out of Otis's shoulders, flips over and hits a freaking fallaway slam in the mat of the ring, and he immediately gets back up and starts yelling like, "Holy shit!
What?
That guy's a fucking freak!"
What? Okay. I need to visualize this one more time. Otis has Bron Breakker seated on his shoulders, Doomsday device position, right?
Yes. Akira
Tozawa's up on the turnbuckle. He's about to crossbody or whatever and knock him down, right?
Yes.
Bron Breakker catches Tozawa.
Yep.
Bron Breakker then throws himself back off of Otis's shoulders and throws Tozawa backward in a fallaway slam?
That's right. No, throws Tozawa in a power slam style, plants him into the mat.
What?
That is so freakish! That is crazy!
Bullshit!
I know!
I don't believe it! God dang it, man!
That was absolutely
That's insane, dude.
That was
Love it.
I love it too. Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker were able to powerbomb Otis through the announce table at ringside before getting back to the ring and turning their attention onto Akira Tozawa. Baron Corbin hit the powerbomb on to Akira Tozawa, and Braun Breaker hit the spear to pin and win. Your winners, the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Wolf Dogs. Oh, by the way, there were stakes to this. Had the Alpha Academy won, then their tag team match at Stand and Deliver would have been a triple threat tag team match for the NXT tag titles. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
No,
but
it's not.
Yeah, so next week there will be a number one contenders tag match featuring a triple threat tag match featuring the Good Brothers, the LWO, and Axiom and Nathan Frazier. 3 teams. Whoever wins challenges the Wolf Dogs for the NXT tag titles at Stand and Deliver.
Why do you insist on continuing to call them the Wolf Dogs? No, not even like the Wolf Dogs. You keep calling them not even the Wolf Dogs with the L in there. You freaking throw it in and actually legitimately call them the Wolf Dogs.
You want to know why I do it?
Why?
You know what you're doing right now?
What?
That.
I hate you.
But before the show could cut away, unfortunately, the victory lap was cut short because we got an incredible and amazing time-honored tradition happen in the ring. Juan, say it with me now.
Pier 6 Brawl! Pier 6 Brawl! Pier 6 Brawl! Pier 6 Brawl!
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, tell me all the bodies that are dying. I see
It's
Gallows and Anderson. Well, I see Anderson leaning over like he got too drunky like a monkey.
Yep, the Good Brothers.
Is that Alexis King?
No, that is Nathan Frazier.
Oh yeah, Nathan Frazier.
That Axiom and Nathan Frazier, the Good Brothers, the LWO, and the Wolf Dogs, all 4 teams were brawling in the middle of the ring.
Where is Luke Gallows? I don't see him.
I
see Corbin in the back. I see Breaker there. Who's Axiom grabbing?
Axiom is grabbing Cruz del Toro.
Okay, and Cruz del Toro's partner is who Nathan Frazier's kicking. Where's Luke Gallows?
I think he's brawling at ringside with Baron Corbin.
No, Corbin is, you see between Axiom and Cruz del Toro's head?
Yeah, over at the opposite turnbuckle. I think, the big guys are obviously brawling because, they're the big guys.
Yeah, but where's Luke Gallows' giant freaking big-ass head?
I don't know. Maybe Axiom is blocking him.
God damn.
But still, the show closes off with a great Pier 6 brawl. All 4 teams beating the shit out of each other. Great way to build up the tag title match at Stand and Deliver.
I like it.
Hells yeah. And let's see the comment here from Vicente Guerrero. Dijak donating his brain for CTE is a great cause. Classy guy. Wolf Dogs really have to get a new team name. This from a Baron Corbin fan. Oh my god.
Insane power by Baron Corbin. I have not seen that counter move since Bork Glazer caught Randy Orton during a high crossbody. Brock rolled while still holding Orton into Houston. Wait, it was Baron Corbin? I thought it was Braun Breaker who did it.
No, it was Braun Breaker.
Oh, okay. It was Breaker who did the fallaway slam thing.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. No.
I'm not blind. It was Breaker.
Yeah, like one of them has hair, the other one does not, and it was the guy who had hair who did it. God.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's a nice way to end the show. Yay! Getting people all whetting their appetites, whetting people's palates, if you were.
Exactly. Now let's go ahead and shift gears and go into this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Light the fuse, hit the boom, Dynamite!
That's right. As we continue the Canadian tour, and I'm going to say this right now before I get into it, I'm going to preface it by saying this. There were no in-ring promo segments, and it was just nothing but like they had videos that they played. And the video package that they played here, one of the video packages is very sports-based oriented. Same presentation style as the WWE, if you will, to draw a comparison. So this week's edition of Dynamite was heavily focused on the wrestling matches, which is good. It harkens back to their promise for sports-based wrestling presentation, which they have executed poorly since the beginning, but they're trying to, redirect their course.
Like correct course, you mean?
Correct course now?
One can only imagine that's the idea, but we can't tell for sure unless there's, like, proof and stuff.
No,
unless
I know.
There's, like, more of a of like results coming out of it.
Of course. Now, this week's Dynamite opens up with an incredible one-on-one encounter as as Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin, goes one-on-one against Katsuyori Shibata in the opening bout. And yes, this week's Dynamite takes place over in what's the name of the city again? Quebec City, Quebec, Canada.
What you mean? Like, what's the name of the city? They're doing their Canada tour. They're in Quebec land of Quebec of Canada.
Full of many Quebecers.
Yes. Many Quebecers.
All right, so it was an incredible encounter, and Will Ospreay,
but apparently not enough Quebecers.
Not enough Quebecer, huh?
I'll show that off later. Well, I promise I will show that off.
We'll get to it when we get to it. But that being said, Will Ospreay has a one-on-one match against Bryan Danielson at AEW Dynasty next month on April 21st. And in this bout, he's trying to show, he's taking on Katsuyori Shibata, who recently fought against Bryan Danielson last week. So I guess Will Ospreay is trying to test himself to see how he fares against one of the American Dragon's foes, right? So,
right.
Yeah, no, these two guys are incredible professional wrestlers, and they both share a common medical history. Katsuyori Shibata...
Medical history, what? They both, did they go to the same doctor?
No, let me explain. Katsuyori Shibata, at one point, had to retire from professional wrestling because he had suffered, I believe he had suffered either a broken neck or something that's head-related, like some sort of head-related injury. And Will Ospreay also had his neck surgically repaired.
Okay. So they share a similar issue.
Absolutely. And during this entire match, they were matching each other move for move, chop for chop, strike for strike, while also protecting each other because they know of each other's strengths and weaknesses. These guys are absolutely amazing wrestlers in the ring as they continue to go at each other neck and neck.
Ha.
I know.
I saw what you did there.
Why, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, no. It was pretty awesome. Katsuyori Shibata, obviously, with his ground game, using his striking moves and also locking in submission holds against Will Ospreay and his high-flying aerial abilities. Man.
Which is the smartest way to take someone like Ospreay on. You ground him. You keep him down.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. And during this during this encounter, they exchanged blows. They exchanged chops and elbow shots against each other. And... Katsuyori Shibata at one point tried to lock in the sleeper hold. Will Ospreay was able to reverse it. And then after some more back and forth action, Will Ospreay finally hits the running blade basement clothesline to knock down Katsuyori Shibata to pin and win. Your winner, Will Ospreay.
God almighty. Okay, so good way to start the show. I'm glad that the folks who were there got to see this treat from the aerial assassin. Let's see if AEW can keep that momentum going.
Oh yeah, no. Now, I watched the entire program of Dynamite, and I was trying to find a really exciting match, and I did. And and this is another one of those, broken clock moments, broken watch moments, or whatever you want to call it. And it is the women's wrestling that was exciting.
Yay! The women's are putting on an excellent match. Please tell me they got more than 12 seconds in the ring.
Oh, they definitely got more than 12 seconds. It was a 4-way contest featuring Chris Statlander versus Sky Blue versus Anna Jay versus Willow Nightingale. And whoever wins gets a shot at the AEW TBS Championship at AEW Dynasty.
And lending her voice on the cans and commentary, the newest signee, the CEO of AEW, Mercedes Moné.
Yes, that's right. Mercedes Moné was on commentary, and from the time
money.
Oh my god. Are you having fun? Are you enjoying your snackage? That's a yes. All right. So this was an incredible clash between 4 competitors, and yes, Mercedes Moné was on commentary. She did lend her thoughts on who she would want to face first on in AEW.
It don't matter. None of these women can match me.
She was kind of like that. She didn't really offer much on commentary, to be perfectly honest. But these 4 women definitely stepped up their game. It was really tough for me to keep up with the action.
You mean to tell me they did good lucha things?
They did lots of great women lucha things. It was fun.
Yeah.
We got a great encounter between Sky Blue and Chris Statlander, which saw Chris Statlander hit a Death Valley driver onto Sky Blue on the ring apron, which was very painful. Yeah.
On the ring apron? No, man. Fuck.
Ooh, yeah, no. Anna Jay and Willow Nightingale also got to square up, and then Sky Blue was able to was trying to fire back and hit the code blue powerbomb onto Willow Nightingale, but was only able to get a 2 count. Oh yeah, no. Everyone got their shit in. It was a great fight, and in the end, Willow Nightingale hit her finishing move, the sit-out Batista bomb, onto Sky Blue to pin and win. Your winner and challenging for the TBS Championship, Willow Nightingale.
Yay! It's about time, too. I like seeing Willow Nightingale in action. If it were me, though, I would have probably booked Statlander to go in. By my figuring, Statlander, she's got a little more of a standing as a serious contender in the women's division. But Willow Nightingale, she's got the heart of the people. So yeah, okay. And like you said, Mercedes Moné wasn't doing shit in the commentary booth much, so not really that much of a factor.
Yeah.
2 weeks in, people.
With that being said, the celebration
What the hell do we know?
The celebration was cut short when Julia Hart came into the ring and attacked Willow Nightingale from behind with the TBS title, and then she was eventually shoot out of the ring by Mercedes Moné and Willow Nightingale.
God damn it!
Oh yes.
So you mean Mercedes Moné got her hands dirty?
She was about to.
Maybe she was about to.
Like she wasn't able to get her hand.
Did she throw a punch?
No, she wasn't able to get her hands on Julia Hart. Julia Hart's cowered out of there.
Okay, so Julia Hart boogied out before Mercedes can get her hands on her, and what? Willow Nightingale was the one who basically shoved her around.
Yeah, like it's not rocket science, Juan.
No, I was just trying to make sure I was following along with you. Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Chill, man. Relax.
All right. Now let's get to the aforementioned video package that I was talking about, and this video package features the former WWE World Champion, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Oh
my!
There's dramatic lighting, and he's not smiling. This is how you know he is serious.
This was an incredible video package. It actually showed video highlights of his earlier years in Ring of. They showed videos from Ring of Honor. They showed videos from his time in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm trying to remember the other independent promotion that he was wrestling for. But there
was this one tiny promotion that he was wrestling for. He had a really big, good run on it. It was called WWE. Ha!
They kind of glossed over that because, of course, they can't bring up WWE.
Even though their booker brings them up all the time like a bitch, but that's another story.
Oh yeah, no, they were trying to bring up the video package, and basically it's to hype up his match against Will Ospreay next month. And yeah, this year, 2024, might be the final year where Daniel Bryan will be wrestling full time in AEW. He even they even showed a clip of it on his promo segment from AEW Saturday Collision, where he mentioned if this is going to be his final year, then he's going out with a bang.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
that's why I'm snarking on pork rinds at him.
Well, I mean,
look, he's vegan, right?
Yes.
I'm enjoying these pork rinds in his name. Okay. Now, pork rinds are in no way, shape, or form vegan. However, they are low on carbohydrates. They're low on fat, 0 trans fat, and they have just the right amount of sodium for your daily intake, which is an important electrolyte. So, I'm trying to be healthy in honor of Bryan Danielson because he cannot enjoy the glory of pork rinds. Okay,
fair enough. But that being said. Yeah, no, that was good. But that being said, Bryan Danielson did make a reference to it in an interview last year that he was eventually going to be stepping away from full-time wrestling, and he's going to be helping out a little bit more in the backstage capacity for AEW. So,
Lord knows they need all the backstage help they can get.
Well, I mean, he's already doing that. He's involved with production for Collision, and he's also part of the disciplinary committee.
AKA, he's the fall guy.
Yes.
in the chat over here, Vicente Guerrero, please, God, please keep Kenny Omega far away from booking Mercedes Moné matches or promos. Oh no, you don't have to worry about that. Mercedes Moné got that. You remember how there was a former writer in WWE who got hired by AEW recently?
Mm-hmm.
She was brought in to write for Mercedes Moné.
Oh my goodness.
Exclusively, we can tell you that right now.
Best of luck to Mercedes Moné, I guess.
Yeah, but truthfully here, I really, really wish that Bryan Danielson could chill with his ass and not have been so gung-ho and make himself this psycho again in the ring. Because if he was gonna, he's been in AEW, what, 2 years?
Since 2021.
Okay.
Since September of 2021, to be exact.
So coming up on 3 years now.
Yes.
If he had stuck with the WWE work schedule, he could have extended that to 5. Maybe 6.
He could, but he wouldn't be allowed to do the things that he's doing in AEW right now. He made it very clear to Vince.
Like get his eye gouged out?
Well, okay.
Like work with broken arms?
I mean...
That's what we're supposed to be having him do in AEW? That's what he wanted to get away from.
Okay, for all we know, this could have all been Bryan's choice to do all this.
So Bryan chose to let himself get injured. Like an idiot. Tell me how that's a smart way to work your career. Explain. Elaborate. Pontificate towards me.
I can't. It's not my position. It's not my position to speak on behalf of somebody else. I can't.
Since there's no way, shape, or form that Bryan Danielson will ever speak to me in person or explain to me how, in the name of hell, he actually had thought that letting his body get torn apart by idiots who don't know how to work in a Bush League promotion with a big league budget, how that isn't a smart way to work the twilight years of his career. Since he's never going to do that, I can only assume that he's dumb. Because and I hate saying that because I also love D. Bry, but that's fucking dumb. That's stupid. You're stupid. Stop being stupid!
He just recovered from a fractured orbital bone, for goodness sake.
Yeah, and his eyeball. Yeah, and his eye was you remember he had the eye patch going on, and it was so cool because he's hardcore and he's got the eye patch and he's still working. Motherfucker! If you would work in a freaking in a way that actually protects your body and work with professionals who know what the fuck they're doing, you wouldn't have to suffer this shit in the first place. But what do I know? I'm just an asshole behind a camera. Usually I'm in front of a camera.
He actually did, I actually did do some research. In a recent interview, he actually criticized the style and presentation of WWE wrestling compared to the pro wrestling that he loves. So him going back to WWE is not going to happen.
Well, good for him. He can enjoy being big fish in a small pond, getting himself broken up by a pack of jackasses for his passion. As long as his passion is served, God knows he doesn't have anything to worry about, like a family at home or something.
And Vicente Guerrero is saying here, please keep Kenny Omega far away from booking Mercedes.
Yeah, I already said that one.
It is kind of bad going strong style like Bryan Danielson every match. At the same time, I get wanting to give fans their money's worth.
It's right and wrong.
It's right and wrong.
Yeah.
On the one hand, it's his passion, and he wants to show his passion, and he wants to give the fans what they want.
So he thinks the fans want him to kill himself in the ring? Is that the fucking it? That's my fucking, it's stupid! Stop being stupid, D-Bry! Brian, stop being stupid! Stop! We want you to live, goddammit!
You and Jon Moxley!
No, Jon Moxley's a freaking vampire. He wants to drink people's blood.
Actually, no, he's doing the smart thing. He hasn't been on TV this week.